Hello and welcome to Devotion to Writing, a channel devoted to helping you cultivate a daily writing practice and realize that you are creative abundance. So what I wanted to talk about in this video is just something really fine in yourself, and that is to pay attention to what is waking in you. It could be an image or a story. It could be the scent of something. It could be the hint of a memory or a melody, but something that is still yet indescribable, that hasn't quite formed yet, that you're just becoming cognizant of, that is maybe a stirring or something restive or restless in you, something that you're being drawn to, that you're noticing, a color or the stars or whatever it is. You don't know yet, but it's in there and it's moving. And it's wanting to sprout, perhaps. It's like a seed. Just being curious about what is waking in us, or to use another analogy, what is calling to you. Our writing practice, our creative practice, is just one way to begin to kind of be with this thing, this nascent yet nascent idea or image or melody or whatever it is, and to begin to form it, to help you to better see, to understand, to feel it more clearly, to discern what needs your attention, and then to awaken it, and in awakening it, to awaken yourself more fully to it, to the experience of it, and then thereby to an experience of yourself. This, again, is what I always fall back on with devotion to writing is I'm not offering how to write a story, how to write plot, how to write characters, how to write a poem, how to break your lines in a poem. I'm not offering any of these craft things. What I really focus on is what is the joy of being with ourselves creatively? How do we inspire ourselves? Because for me, writing, creating is something that I fill my life with. It is something that sustains me. And so I'm always looking for ways to sustain it, to sustain my practice, to stay interested, to stay invigorated. Devotion to writing can simply, one of the ways you build your devotion can just simply be to be curious, is out of curiosity about what note, what idea, what image, what melody, what smell is just beginning to emerge in you or is emerging in you. What are you being drawn to? It could be a place. It could be a type of activity. It could be an object. It could be flowers or the lives of saints or the lives of a specific saint. It could be how rubies are mined. It doesn't matter. It's just what is interesting to you, what is calling you, what is drawing you, what are you noticing? And then whatever it is that you're curious about, do something with it. Play with it, be with it, examine it, explore it. This then activates it. It invites it into your life. I'll say a little bit more about that in a minute, and ways that we can cultivate this kind of relationship with ourselves. But first thing I wanted to do is just get you in your seat and get you writing. I don't always focus on this in my videos, and it's something that I want to pay more attention to. I want to give prompts in these videos and get you seated and to write with you. That's very important to me. So I'm trying to be very cognizant of that, and to do that in each of these videos. So let's do that. Get seated, get your notebook, get your laptop, whatever it is you like to write on, like to write with, and just take your seat and let's write. What are you curious about? Write about that now. Write about what you are curious about. You can, and you do, inspire yourself. Inspiration, it doesn't have to come from outside of you. We none of us are helpless in that regard. We are the initiators, can be, of our own inspiration. Now, sure, yes, a bird flying over, or a sunset, or um, a piece of music can inspire us, but we can also learn to inspire ourselves, and this can be part of our practice, of our devotional practice. We can learn to inspire ourselves by listening, by sitting and being patient, by being curious, by asking questions. What is speaking to me? The south of France, blues music, the street I grew up on, and then exploring this. Why is this speaking to me? So let's do that right now. Just sit for a moment, and I want you to write, what am I curious about? What is calling me? Or what am I noticing this day or these past few days? And just take a few moments and write about that. You can pause the video, and then when you're finished writing, you can come back and finish watching. So welcome back. I hope that went well. If you did get something, and I hope you did, you can share it with me. I always enjoy hearing, reading what you've come up with from these prompts. So you're welcome to do that. If you'd like, share it in the comments. Look, the idea is that things, emotions, these subtle, that's why I started the video by saying there's something fine in us we have to pay attention to. These fine things, these yet undescribed things, these very ephemeral, even unnamed as of yet things, are always searching through us, searching for expression. The question is, do you show up for them? Do you pay attention to what is calling you? And I think that we are not taught to listen to these subtle suggestions, these inklings, which can enliven us, which can inspire us. We certainly aren't encouraged to give expression to them. If we are, we certainly aren't encouraged to kind of rush headlong into fulfilling them, right? We aren't encouraged to engage with even our subtlest inspirations. No, we're told, go to work, do your job, make your money, take care of X, Y, and Z, but never, hey, it's really inspiring for you to walk on a beach. Go walk on a beach. Take 10 minutes from your day and do something that invigorates you. No, we have to be mindful of this and make it a practice, make it a habit, make it a devotion. So what are you curious about? What inspires you? We write about this today. And as you do this investigation, pay attention to what is calling you, and then do something with it. Play with it, investigate it, be more curious, let it draw you in, whatever you have discovered. Give some time to it today or this week, in the next few days. In her book, The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron, she suggests that we have these artist dates, a weekly date with ourselves, a creative date. And this is when we just do something that fulfills us or inspires us. We go draw at a museum, or we write in our journals at a coffee shop, or we take a walk in the woods. We just do something that is a little bit outside, perhaps, of our norm, but that it feeds us, it feeds our soul. And this is a way, and an excellent way, I have found. I've worked with this book, The Artist's Way. If you don't know it, again, it's Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way. I think many of you may have already heard of this. It's quite famous and popular, and really a wonderful book. But these dates are an excellent way to establish or to reestablish your relationship with your creative part of you, the self, which many of us neglect. So take that walk in the woods, or that trip to the beach, or read a book on colors if you're interested in colors. Whatever it is, it can be so random and numerous, these things. Go fix a car, learn how to work on an engine, collect beads, identify leaves, go dancing, take a trip, read a book. Whatever invigorates you give yourself to this and get in the habit of communing with this part of yourself that is speaking through you, speaking to you, really subtle and fine, asking, what is it that I'm interested in right now at this moment, and letting this guide you, letting this guide you. The truth is that we are filled with inspiration. We are filled with it. It's coming to us all the time. We just need to give it time and explore it. And it can feel like an itch or an attraction. It can feel like something very light or dark. It could just be a feeling, a sense. It could be bold as well. It could be very obvious, but it could be shy. And it is our exploration of this that we open ourselves and we expand. Because whenever we encounter something new and we start to explore and we allow our curiosity to kind of engulf it, we expand because we have to. We have to expand, we have to enlarge in order to encompass the newness of it, this new understanding. To embrace it, we have to grow. And this is really another really beautiful piece of creativity, that in our work to discover, to wake, we bring from us into the light the seeds planted in us. And if we leave these seeds in the ground too long in the dark without our attention, they rot. And the creative seed left in the ground rots. A seed begins to move inside before it sprouts. It begins to vibrate. It has energy. And with a little water, our care, and a little sunlight, the light of our consciousness, and some soil, our patience and our attention, then the seed, this idea, this image, this urge, this calling, this longing in us can sprout and grow and flower. And it may be just a small flower, or it may be a garden full of flowers. Regardless, from the littlest to the garden full of flowers, they will bring you joy. This will bring you joy. This flowering of the seed will bring you joy, because creating is discovering what is waking in you. And this is the fun of it, the beauty of it, of we get to do this. You never know what is within you. And the more you devote yourself to expressing, to looking, to communing, the more seeds you'll discover. The more seeds you'll discover, the more seeds you will awaken and want to awaken. So bring forth what is in you, it is said. Bring forth what is in you. It will save you. It will enliven you. So if you need help with your writing practice, if you would like kind of someone to accompany you on your devoted practice, and these videos are one way of doing it, but if you need a little bit more help, I'm going to be offering an online devotion to writing workshop beginning on April the 8th. It's a Tuesday evening from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, April 8th. A Tuesday evening, and it will go for 5 successive Tuesday evenings from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And in this workshop, we will focus on just awakening what we're curious about, being present, saying yes, and surrendering to communing with the images, the stories, the poems, the songs, the things that are starting to wake in us and waking them. So that will be the workshop. If you're interested, you can go to devotiontowriting.com. You can register there, or you can just send me a comment and I can give you the information and help you get registered. There is a small fee, and you can find, again, on devotiontowriting.com, you can find out about that. You can find the other information you might need. So Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you did. Also, share it with a friend. Share it with someone who is creative, who needs to maybe some help getting unblocked and writing or painting or dancing. These videos aren't necessarily limited to writing. They're really to help us establish a devoted creative practice. I just personally think that feel that the tool, that writing as a tool, something that we can take anywhere and do anytime, can really help us get into that creative flow and that practice. So again, I hope you write beautifully today. I hope you write deeply. I know that if you do write, you will write beautifully, because beautiful is what you are. Blessings.